Hey everyone, Caleb the Antique Book Collective, and today I'm getting to you guys with why I hate selling books under $15 on eBay. So this, of course, is not as much of a I hate it video as my last one about magazines, but it is something that I want to advise you guys on, which might be something that may shift how you do your business. So that entire thing is with the $15 price point, it really changes for some reason. I do not know why, but it really changes how stuff works for me on eBay. So I'm just going to list off a couple things really quick. So first off, the profit's just not there for me. Second off, it's not worth my time to deal with all the different offers. Third off, there's so many lowball offers that are just so annoying. Fourth off, believe it or not, with that lower price point, they sell pretty slow for me. I don't understand why. It's weird, but they sell pretty low for me. And fifth is sometimes the buyers are they're a little weird sometimes. So with all that said though, I want to dive on in and talk about it a little deeper. So first off, the low profits. So for me, as I've said in all my other videos, I like to buy my books for $2 or less. That's where my profit is. I buy it low enough that I have profit for like everything that I sell. Like even if I'm selling books for like $8, I still am able to make some money. But it's just not worth my time because the profit margins that I can make on everything else that I sell, $15 is just not very exciting. For me, I have my low as $25 to $35, and as I say in my other videos, I like to have 35 as my preferred low end of things. And obviously, I prefer to have stuff a whole lot higher than that. But yeah, $15 books, the profit's just not there for me. Even if I can buy them for 5 cents, it's just not very exciting. It's not very profitable. Next issue is the not being worth my time. So for some reason, I don't understand. So when I have like higher end books and I give a buyer an offer, if they're watching it, they are a lot more apt to take my offer than when I give them similar offers on my $15 books. So just for example, like if I give 5% off of a $100 book, which would take it down to just like $95, that's $5 off. I've had a lot of people jump on that. I've had a lot of people take that. Whereas if I knock $5 off of a $15 book, I can still have people ignore that. Like, it's not even 5% off of a $15 book. That's a third off, and people still don't take it. So it's just like not worth my time sending out the offers. And when I don't send out offers, I don't get as many sales anywho's. But then I also get offers from buyers on these things, and some of them aren't worth it. And it's honestly not worth my time because sometimes these buyers are like, can I have $1 off? And it's like, bro, you just wasted both of our time writing this out and having me read it for $1. Like, think about minimum wage. You just wasted everyone's life with this offer. $1? Really? Fine. And yeah, I might accept the $1 offer, but it's like, come on, dude. But again, it's not worth turning off offers because offers, having it open does push some sales. And eBay says it's like a really low percentage. I've actually had it be a whole lot higher of a percentage. If you guys were ever to find my eBay store, I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but if you guys ever found my store, you'd see how many of my things sell through offers. It's actually a pretty high percentage of my stuff that sells through offers. So having offers open is definitely an important thing for me. But that said, lowball offers is just really annoying for me. So when I sell books that are $100, $200, a whole lot more than that, people will give me offers, and even if it's a low ball for that, I mean, it's not an insane low ball. It's like 40% off. It's like, yeah, it's pretty low, but it's like not insane. Whereas when I try to sell $15 books, I have people offer me like $2. It's like, where'd you come up with that? Like, I'm asking $15. Like, an offer that I would like conceivably make for someone is like, oh, I'll give you $10 for it. Like, that sort of makes sense. But I'm having people like offer $5, $2. It's like, what in the world? It's not even worth my time. My box is worth more than that. Not really, but you guys understand what I'm getting at. And it's just not worth my time because I'm having to deal with all these lowball offers that are just annoying and don't make sense and all that sort of stuff. So that's another thing that I really don't like selling books for under $15 for is you just get those weird lowballs that are just like not worth it at all. Next thing is, as I said earlier, these books move really slow for me for some reason. So I like to sell vintage and antique books, and I think that might be part of my issue is when you have a vintage or antique book that's selling for $15, odds are the demand is really low for it just to begin with. So that might be part of my issue. In fact, I'm guessing it probably is, like 99% sure that's part of what it is. But there's still an issue though, is I have all these other books that are worth more that are selling more often, and I'm just getting bogged down by these $15 books. And it's like, why do I even have these if they're not selling as fast as I want them to be selling? And if you guys want to be selling the antique books that are more expensive, you can subscribe below. I'd love to have you guys subscribe. But as I said earlier, I sell my antique books for at least $35 most of the time, and my average I'd say is about like 50, and then I have like a higher average for like the higher end books that are is like a couple $100 because I sell some really nice books out there. And as I said earlier, those things move a little bit faster or a chunk faster than all of these $15 books. I mean, I have some books that I'm selling for $10 and that's like the low end, and I still haven't sold them. I bought them 5 years ago. I'm like, what in the world? What's going on here? And I would just cancel a listing, but it's like, eventually someone might take it. And I've actually had a couple of those books sell after a few years. So it's like, no, it's not terrible. I mean, definitely been storing this book too long, but I sold it. That's all that matters, right? But yeah, definitely when I sell it for under $15, there's just not the movement. It's not the velocity. I don't understand. And finally, the meh buyers. When I say meh, I mean they're just like weird sometimes. Like between just giving me lowball offers and weird communications and all these random things, the buyers can be really sketchy sometimes. I don't know why, but the buyers that I normally have when it's the higher tier things are normally a lot nicer. Like even $25 things or $20 things. The buyers seem to be totally different for me when I'm doing my antique books, and maybe that's just me, maybe that's just my store, but that's just something that I've found. It's like people that buy stuff for under 15 on eBay, or at least buy antique books for under that, it's like, you guys are weird, and they like never give me reviews either. So it's like, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know why you didn't give me a review. But yeah, it's really weird. So there's a lot of random things that are just happening with the under $15 books. And it was funny when I actually brought my mom into this business because she heard about me talking about how much money I make. So she joined in, and I was like, yeah, I don't do anything under 15. And she's like, oh, I'm still going to get these books. And I'm like, please don't. Because I told her she has to list them and all the things, but I then have to go through all the communication. I have to go through all the sending offers. I have to do this and this and this. So at the end of the day, I actually ended up doing more work for all these different books that she bought, and a lot of them actually haven't sold still. And it's just because that whole thing about $15 books, they just don't sell. I don't understand. Like, yeah, I do move some of them, but honestly, guys, like if you want to have a minimum for your book business, please try to have your minimum be like $20 or more. Like there's something about that $20 threshold that I get totally different buyers for, and the offers are a lot more sensible. It's just really, really strange. You don't get the low balls as often. I mean, you still get some low balls. You still get some weird scammy dirt bags sometimes. But I just have had a whole lot less luck with anything under 15. So that's just my own experience. I'd love to hear your guys' experiences as well in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.